A Tesla Model 3 invasion is starting in the US's second-hand auto segment. An invasion. Sounds scary, doesn't it? Well, Teslarati writer Simon Alvarez reports on what's going on in the US lately. He says, while the Tesla Model 3 has been asserting its dominance in the United States electric vehicle industry, the all-electric sedan is also starting an invasion in another key market, the country's second-hand electric car market. Guys, hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Sam Evans. It's great to have you here. I'm excited about this information. You know what? Flooding the second-hand car market with electric vehicles is awesome. It doesn't get much better than that. You know what? Having more and more electric vehicles for sale on the second-hand car market is just part of what's happening. It's part of the disruption of ICE. And, I think this is only going to speed up. As Tesla starts to sell 1 million vehicles this year, 2 million next year, potentially 3 million the following year, I think by 2025, they'll be doing around about 4 million a year. What's going to happen? Secondhand cars electric cars are going to start flooding the used car market, and they will actually retain their value quite well. However, ICE vehicles will lose a ton of value. My recommendation is, if anyone tells you right now, go and buy a hybrid, go and buy a new car, don't listen to them, because within 2 to 3 years, your ICE vehicle or your hybrid will be the equivalent of a BlackBerry or a Nokia when the iPhone was released. No one will want it. Seriously, don't buy a new petrol or ICE, a new diesel or gas car or a hybrid. Wait. Just wait. Keep what you've got. Just wait until the electric car you want comes out. It won't be long. Simon Alvarez says, last fall, the Tesla Model 3 made up only 3.5% of the United States' used EV inventories. This was not bad at all for relatively new vehicles like the Tesla Model 3, but over the past 6 months, the all-electric sedan share in the US used car market nearly doubled to 6.5%. As per a statement from Recurrent, a vehicle sales data firm, the Tesla Model 3's share in the used EV market may be poised for exponential growth. No doubt it's poised for exponential growth. Addressing the Model 3's rise as one of the United States' most popular used electric cars, Recurrent CEO Scott Case noted that it would not be too much of a surprise if the entry-level Tesla ends up commanding 40 to 50% of the US used EV market in the coming years. 40 to 50%. Wow. The Model 3 invasion of the used EV market has begun. It could be 40 to 50% of all used EV sales in the US within a few years, matching its market share in 2018 of new EV sales, Case said. The rise of the Tesla Model 3 as a used EV star is not the only notable aspect of Recurrent's recent report. Based on the firm's data, the trend in the country's electric car market so far has been a decrease in overall vehicle inventory as well, particularly among Teslas, GMs, and Fiats. That suggests that electric vehicles from these car makers are being bought up faster than their stock could be replenished. Dealerships across the country have cited inventory shortages on used cars in general as well. Teslas tend to keep their value longer than typical electric cars, with recent data from vehicle search engine iSeeCars.com concluding that the Tesla Model 3 is actually not a good car to purchase secondhand for budget-conscious car buyers. As per the firm's data, a good number of used Model 3s in the market are priced very close to their brand new cost, with some cars in the market being only $923 cheaper than their newly produced counterparts. So guys, right now, if you want to, go out, buy a Tesla Model 3 and then just sell it in a year and you basically have lost maybe a couple of thousand at worst. That's insane. That's another reason to buy one. If there wasn't already enough reasons to buy one, there you go. When I read this article, I jumped onto Australia's used car sales market. And here, obviously, we have the Model 3. With lots of people have bought the Model 3. It's the most popular electric car in Australia. And I had a look at the used car prices. Now, there's quite a few used cars on there. There was probably, I think, around about 50 used Model 3s for sale. However, I found a similar thing. Resale values were extremely high. They were within a few percent of new car values. And one of the reasons for this is that here, when you order a Model 3, you've got to wait around about 3 months. So obviously, people are wanting them now, and are willing to pay more for the privilege. The fact that the Model 3 is still taking over a good part of the US second-hand EV segment is incredibly impressive considering the high price of second-hand units. If any, it highlights the strong demand for the all-electric sedan. It also proves CEO Elon Musk's thesis that Tesla's main challenge is its capacity to produce enough cars for its customers, not the demand for its vehicles. Now, when are the press finally going to give up on this idea Tesla has any problem with demand and will potentially ever have any problem with demand? As I keep on reporting, there are 980,000 plus reservations for the Tesla Cybertruck on the Cybertruck tracker. Incredible stuff, guys. The demand is there. The demand is insane. The most popular comment comes from Peter Drucker. Peter says, Tesla are priced too high on the used car market. Here in Texas, a 2-year-old Model 3 SR Plus was selling at $35,000 when you can get a new one at $37,500. Wow. My son wanted to buy one. I said, wait for the new tax incentive and just get a brand new one. Also easier to get a bank loan for a new vehicle. Mida responds and says, whether or not the price is fair largely depends on if the vehicle has full self-driving activated and included. Even on Tesla's used vehicle site, many Model 3s can be had for $35,000 with full self-driving included and an extra 10,000-mile warranty extension. So I agree with you, Mida. I don't know if Peter realized that that was probably part of the deal on some of those cars. Space Gold Studio says, when I bought my Model S CPO with full self-driving, the salesperson said that full self-driving is transferable between private parties or from Tesla CPO, but that it is deactivated on sales by third-party vendors. Interesting. This is an interesting point. Dan responds and says, that's a different definition than the argument on transferable that I have heard. The one I've heard and feel strongly myself is that when my first Tesla was totaled, the full self-driving that I paid on it, which is still not functional except to a handful of beta recipients, well, that's not really true. Full self-driving does work to a limited degree, should have transferred to my new Tesla vehicle as I was not reimbursed its full value by insurance. Likewise, if I purchase a new Tesla again, the license should transfer with the user, me, because I bought it when it was only $2,000, but now I would have to pay $10,000. A new used car purchase from a non-previous Tesla owner should pay based on whether they want it or not, based on its cost at that time. Otherwise, it's like they are punishing early adopters, especially those who still cannot benefit from it from the date of this response. Software does not deteriorate or depreciate. Guys, what do you think? Do you know, does anyone out there know if it is transferable? Is full self-driving transferable? Please let us know in the comments if you do. Final comment from the Dare Master. The Dare Master says, second-hand prices are so high because people don't want to wait for delivery of a new one. Exactly the same problem in Australia. Huge demand challenge. Bill Johnson, or don't want to buy an ICE that will drop in anchor. Bill Johnson says, I'll repeat it. This is important, guys. Or don't want to buy an ICE that will drop like an anchor in value. On that note, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.